Hey YouTube, oh hey TikTok or whatever else this ends up being on Instagram Reels. This is Nick with Texas Steel Buildings, and today I'm going to talk about what a barndominium costs. So I would say that's probably one of the most common questions that we get is, based on our experience, how much should a barndominium cost? And there's no real definitive answer. A lot of times how much a barndominium costs depends on the materials you plan on using and the home builder you plan on using. So if you are going to a custom home builder, which most barndominium builders seem to be either custom or semi-custom, you can expect to pay anywhere from like $175 to $225 a square foot. And a lot of that is going to be in more rural areas. If you are in an area that has tons of issues with permitting or may have certain restrictions on the wall materials you can use, you can definitely expect to pay significantly more than that. If you're also one of those people that is a DIYer, barndominiums do make for nice DIY style homes because you can essentially have a shell dried in, and then that gives you the ability to go through and build out the inside yourself. Now the downside with that is that you're relying on your girts and your metal sheeting and your trim to go through and provide some water detailing, which it doesn't necessarily do the best job at. But I would say that on the low end, I've seen people build them as low as maybe $120 or $130 a square foot if they're building it themselves and it's a larger building. I would say most often I see somewhere between like $175 and $225 a square foot if you're looking to have someone build it. There are quite a few factors that go into that, and we will have a separate video covering the cost breakdown between a steel home and a traditional stick framed home, so that you can compare the two differences and see whether or not a barndominium is the right home for you. I mean, a lot of it comes down to basically simplicity and your expectations too. So if you've got expectations that it's going to look like a custom home on the inside, so you want custom cabinets, you want granite or some higher end natural stone material in your kitchen for your countertops, your bathrooms, are they going to be tiled, or do you just plan on having the drop-in tub shower combo from Home Depot? All of that's going to have an impact on the price you pay as well. The size of the barndominium too. So a lot of times when someone quotes you a price per square foot, it can be deceptive because you can't just go through and multiply the square footage. So let's say, for the sake of round numbers, someone says that they can build you a home for $200 a square foot. Well, they can't build you that same home if you wanted 1,000 square foot versus 4,000 square foot. So once you get to bigger homes, like a 4,000 square foot home, your kitchens and bathrooms are generally only going to get so big. So a lot of times it's your living room and your dining room and each of your bedrooms that are getting a little bigger, and those are much more affordable to make larger than a kitchen or a bathroom. If you go through and double the size of a bathroom, you may go from a bathroom that costs you $10,000 to $20,000. If you double the size of a bedroom, that bedroom went from costing you, $2,500 of material to $5,000 of material. So in both instances, you're doubling the size of something, but it really depends on what you're doubling the size of that has an impact on that price per square foot. Generally, building smaller, so if you're building a tiny home or a one bed, one bath home, is going to be more expensive price per square foot. So even though you'll come out with a lower total in the end, you may be able to build something for $150,000. That price per square foot is going to be higher because you're still going to have a bathroom, you're still going to have a kitchen just like you would in a normal sized home. I know this was a super quick video, and really it was just to give a brief overview, kind of giving a high level answer as to what a barndominium should cost. We will have a more in-depth video going over the fine details on what a barndominium is going to cost and how that compares to the cost of a stick frame or a stick built home. If you've got any specific questions, feel free to answer them. Feel free to ask them in the comments below, and we will go through and grab those and answer them on the next one. Thanks so much for joining me. Stay hard. I don't know. I got to come up with some good catchphrase.